You will never be successful in this life, yeah, until you do this. And this is real talk, you feel what I'm saying to you? It's as simple. Like I've been thinking a lot about things and I've been reading into things, I've been researching, I've been contemplating my life. And they say experience is the best teacher. So when I hear that, it's not only my experience, it's the experience of others. Like, what are the patterns that happen with successful people versus people that are on the edge of being successful versus people that are never even like successful in their life. And what does successful mean? Of course, success. That there is subjective. But when I'm talking about success here, I'm talking about being able to set off on a pursuit depending on whatever it is that you want to do and what you believe in, and be able to be content with that, be able to make things happen with that, be able to consistently shine within that space and be happy and be content within your life, you know? That's the meaning of that successful in this space that I'm talking about right now. You know, you're making things happen for yourself and you're happy with it. You're satisfied with what you're doing and your actions, you know? So that's what we're talking about in this space right now. And literally, like, what do successful people have in common? Like, that's what I've really been looking into. And with that information, you can find out what you have to do and what you have to avoid and really understand to be able to be someone that is a success, you feel me? But hey, in this video, I'm gonna go further into it, but without further ado, let's make it happen. Let's get straight into it. What's going on? My name is Christopher Daniels and I help people to overcome self-sabotage and live a purpose-driven life. And I do that both through mindset coaching and content creation, yeah? In this one, simply, I want to welcome anybody that's new first before we even get into it, and welcome back to anybody that's been there before. Like, in this one, I just want to talk about like success and what it actually requires. Like, what do you have to do to be successful? Like, and for me, again, I like to look at data and information and things that we can see, you know, to actually allow us to understand like commonalities and things between that happen with successful people and people that are, again, on the verge of being successful and then kind of throw it away, and then the people that just don't ever succeed, you know? And the main thing that I want to put forward, like, again, just by reading and looking into myself and everything and streaks, is the first thing that you need to do to be successful is to understand yourself and connect with yourself. You need to become, like, everyone was thinking about conquering things on the outside, but first you need to conquer yourself, you know? You need to conquer yourself. That's the first thing, yeah, that every successful person is able to conquer themselves on one level over another. And that comes from just like, say for example, like when I'm talking about conquering yourself, is the ability to understand and listen to yourself. Yeah, have that respect of yourself, have a strong bond, a strong connection, a strong relationship. Like, you say we're gonna do this is what we're gonna do, you know? You say we're gonna stop doing this is what we're gonna stop doing. And it's the people that don't listen to themselves that are always ending up in situations where they don't wanna be, because there's no cohesion, there's no link up, there's no sort of like a bond, there's nothing, there's no chemistry anywhere, even between them and them, like themselves, they don't have that, you know? So think about people that are not successful, yeah? They don't listen to themselves. Like, they say, okay, I'm gonna quit eating this, and they don't quit eating that. There's no discipline there. Because of that, that's gonna take them down one path, right? Or they say that, all right, cool, I'm gonna stop smoking. They find it difficult to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying these things are easy things to just be able to do. But I'm saying, like, with them, a lot of the things that it's just that. Or they say, I'm not going on another night out for 3 weeks, and then next week you see that they're on a night out. There's no discipline, there's nothing there. There's no listening to themselves, there's no sort of respect. They don't even respect themselves, so how are they going to be able to conquer the outside world or be successful in their field? It's a myth, you know? And then we look at people that are on the verge of being successful, and then they kind of like move it out of the way, yeah? So with these people, again, like, they have that some sort of discipline where they say, okay, cool, I'm gonna do this for this amount of time, and then boom, they do it. I'm gonna stop doing this, and then boom, they're able to commit to it. And at the same time, with them, it's like, when it comes to certain things, like, certain things can trigger them, and once it triggers them, then that's it. They're going down they're down a dark path, like they're going into that. Once they get into that rabbit hole, it's long. It's hard to come back out. And they have another streak and then boom, back into the rabbit hole. And it's like this in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. But these people here that are in this situation, is very likely, or they're in a great position to be able to change that, you know? So if you can relate to this, if you have like amazing streaks, and then like sometimes you just go down the rabbit hole and it's long for you. Like if you're one of these people here, what you gotta recognize is that it's all about like changing like small things, and I'm telling you, you're gonna be in the path of the people that are consistently successful, you know. And again, I'm telling you, the relationship first is conquering yourself, because what it is that there's things like getting up in the morning, yeah. You might think, boom, what am I talking about? But this is that little things like this make a big difference. Get up in the morning, make your bed, and don't lie on the bed again. Just leave it like that. You know, tell yourself that and then do it. You know, get out of the bed in the morning, make the bed, and then don't lie back in the bed. Do that every morning for like 7 days or for 3 weeks, and watch the impact or the change that has. Because a lot of the time people wake up, they say they're going to get up at 8, they get up and then they snooze, and then like you end up waking up a lot longer after you said, you feel what I'm saying to you. You're not building a relationship with yourself where you're saying something and you're following through. You're building a relationship where you're saying something and then it's whatever, it doesn't really matter, it's not that important. But that's not how, when you in order to be successful, first and foremost, you need to have that relationship with yourself where you're in sync with your word. That synchronicity with your word, of what you say, is so important, because the first person that you got to listen to is you know? Like, imagine having a team full of people, and people in this team don't listen to you. Things are not going to go the way. Like, say you're the leader and they're not listening to you, you know? But first, before you lead others, you got to be able to lead yourself. And how you lead yourself influences how you lead others. And how you lead others influences the outcome. You know what I'm saying to you? So in order to have the best influence on the outcome, you've got to be able to communicate in the most effective way. And in order to be able to do that, you need to have a relationship with yourself, which is coming from like a solid place. You know what I'm saying to you? A place of discipline, a place of structure, you know? And then you can output that into the world. I'm talking about a final person that links into that transition that I just spoke about. The final person that is successful has that relationship with themselves, where they are disciplined, where they are true to their word, where they say they're going to do something and they're able to follow through. Like, and if they're not able to follow through, like, they'll let you know, okay, I said I was going to do this, but I wasn't able to do this. This is the reason why, like, you know, and they've got that explanation there. Yeah, and they understand that. And it doesn't happen frequently. You feel what I'm saying to you? And that's what it comes down to. Like, when in order to be successful, in order to move in this world the way that you want to, you first have to conquer yourself. You have to build this relationship with yourself. You can't be that person that disrespects you. You know, you can't let you disrespect you. You need to show you that, hey, we're chill. You feel? We're doing this together. You know, the ego can't just do whatever and take over and just move however. You've got to have some sort of harmony, some sort of balance, some sort of synchronicity, you know, in order to be able to do things in an effective way. And that's what it comes down to, straight up and down. Again, you can look at, even like, I've been reading like Mike Tyson recently, reading his autobiography. And when he started going downhill was when he started to lose that sort of chemistry that with himself. He was looking for answers outside of himself. He was looking through like abusing substances that he shouldn't have been abusing, and that's like, if you look at how it affected his career, you know, you can see that. You know what I'm saying to you? Imagine like he had that sort of drive he had from the beginning throughout his career. Like, it would have been very different. You feel what I'm saying to you? And you can see the dip that happens when people lose focus on who they are, you know? Because is who you are is important. If you know who you are, then you can contribute to the world in an effective way. If you don't know who you are, you're going to spend time trying to figure that out, and that's wasting time. Like, it's not wasting time, because you need to know that. And once you do know that, you need to then maneuver in a certain way. It comes down to that. It's all balance, you feel me? Harmony, balance, understanding oneself, understanding what you want to do, what you want to contribute into the world, and then everything just stems off the back of that, literally, you feel what I'm saying to you. But the main takeaway and the main thing I want you to understand when with successful people and being successful is that you need to be able to have that strong relationship with yourself and trust yourself and listen to yourself. You feel what I'm saying to you? But before you listen to yourself, you need to have clarity on what you're doing and what you want to contribute. With that, the world is your oyster. You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah, don't stress, don't panic. Just make sure that you build that strong relationship to yourself, with yourself, and then you, again, step out and start creating the way that you know to create. And you just need to trust yourself. Yeah? If you've enjoyed this video, make sure that you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the future ones. And other than that, I will be seeing you again very shortly. Yeah? Blessings.